Okay, number 6 from your review chapter study guide. Took a picture of what was written there. I've got kind of a fraction divided by a fraction with a whole bunch of factorable quadratics. So I want to take care of a couple things. I want to take care of the division, and I also want to factor everything. I'll break it up into 2 steps there so you can make sure you follow everything. So what I'm going to do is take that and leave it as is. So I'm going to pause for. Notice I copied that first fraction exactly as is. Now I'm going to look at this guy, and I'm going to take the exact same. I'm going to copy it, but I'm going to take its reciprocal. In order to divide by a fraction, I multiply by the reciprocal. We talked about this quite a bit in class, so I'm not going to say much more about it. The reciprocal means flip it, so the top becomes the bottom, and the bottom becomes the top. So alrighty, so you can see that I rewrote this fraction that I pointed to in green. The -6 one just showed up in the bottom of the fraction. So now I need to factor everything. The first two aren't bad to factor, so I get actually all these end in 6's, and when I end them in 6's they can get a little confusing, especially when they have 5's in them, because there's lots of ways to make 5's with the 5x, like right here. So you may have made some silly errors when you were factoring. Just make sure you double check everything. Anyway, the first one factors to x plus 6 times x plus 1. That's that x squared plus 7x plus 6. Underneath of it, we get a x minus 2 times x plus 3. The -2 and the 3 give me the 6 negative, and then 2x negative right here, oops, right there, adds with 3x right there to give me that. Next fraction. This one, key here is that is positive, so both of them are positive. Both of my x, I'm going to have x plus and x plus, so I'll write the x plus, close x plus, since that's positive and this is positive as well. So only choice is 2 and 3. Now as I do the last one, I'll write x, close. So looking at that guy, it's negative, so I need one of my numbers to be negative and one to be positive. I also need them to add to positive 5. Only way to make that happen is plus 6 and minus 1. So now I just need to cancel things. Change colors, go back to green. So I've got an x plus 6 in the top and an x plus 6 in the bottom, so they divide out. I also have an x plus 3 that divides into that, and they go away. Nothing else cancels. Some of you may look at this term and try to cancel with that term, but notice one's positive, one's negative. Same with the ones. So go back to red. Actually, I'll go to blue. Scroll down a little bit too. So now I just write what's left over, all in the same fraction, and I can leave it factored. That's totally fine. X plus 1 times x plus 2 over x minus 2 times x minus 1. Now, some of you may have stopped here. A lot of you probably did. What you have to do, remember, we talked about this a lot in class, you have to say what x equals, because I didn't write my equal signs, but I'm implying that all these are equals all the way along, right? So I need the blue one to have the same properties as the one in red above. In order to do that, I need to say that x in this blue one cannot equal -6, and I get that from this term. Well, actually, I should say I get it from that term, because that's where it was in the bottom. And then I need to do the same thing with this. So x can also not be -3. And that is your answer.